Oh, hello everyone. This is me, Dusty Circuit here. Just thought I'd just make another one of these kind of uh, I don't really know what to call them. It's just these videos like where I kind of just give an update on kind of what I've been up to on Midgard. Uh, and really for the past couple weeks now, probably even has been going on for 3 weeks. I have been doing a lot of just like bulk farming of like tons of items because of something that I have actually that I actually built as of recently and that I submitted to Farm Team. I think it's just easier for me to just come show it to you than then explain it, though, rather than explain it first. Oh, what this is an auto crafting machine that I've designed solely for the purpose of make just bulk crafting like the redstone items that I sell at my shop, like the repeaters, comparators, torches. I mean, like I don't have this. I didn't put a recipe for every single redstone item, but I did one for at least all the ones that like I would assume would be the most frequently used, like for well, a few skaters that actually use my service of like building redstone for for a price. If you can provide materials yourself, you can do that, or if you don't really have anything to provide, I can also provide some of the materials. But the process of getting this thing fully filled up with items has proven to be quite the undertaking. Because each one of those chests is just like the very top of what has to be filled up, because there's like all these different like chains of hoppers and chests that go go up from the top all the way down to the actual machines that do the auto crafting. And like for instance, this one here, yes, I've had to fill that up all the way up with redstone, and all of that was redstone that came from my witch farm, actually. And all that redstone that you saw there probably took me like, I would say probably a few days combined of just AFKing, and I'm not joking. It's witch farms are just very seem to be rather underpowered, like in like this current version of Minecraft, and where it's like if I were to AFK at my witch farm for like an entire if I were to AFK at my witch farm for like a 12-hour period, which goes between the midnight server restarts to the noon server restarts. That's like barely enough redstone to fill one shulker box up with redstone blocks, and yeah, that. I mean, I'm talking, yeah, I said blocks of redstone, which is, yeah, that is a lot of redstone. But, well, if I'm trying to fill this machine up, that's about, that equates to, it's about roughly 9 chests full of redstone dust. I mean, which is nothing to sneeze at, but, well, when you're trying to fill up like just one of these sections, which like that over there is like already about like 6 chests worth, or probably close to 7. That's only about enough redstone just to fill one of those sections, and there's like more than one of these areas that use redstone. Like there's that over there, this one, but it's already mostly filled up. Then there's that whole one, and then that whole one over there. But though I am bearing in mind that once the process of filling this machine up with items is complete, I'm basically only going to run, I'm only going to run auto crafting until these chests at the top start to get empty. And then at that point, I'm going to refill them with items, which is a lot less of a task, like just refilling one double chest of items versus like 6 double chests worth of items. But I'm just slowly working my way through filling this up, and well, once it's totally filled up and I start using it to auto craft those items, I'll see just how much it actually takes to how much AFKing it takes to replenish that thing. And I am yet to I still have a lot of I mean, despite all the work that I put into my base, despite all this effort and time I put into my main base, up from going all the way back to the old server and up until today, there's still a lot of areas that I still need to finish. Like this farm is still largely unfinished cosmetically. I haven't really put any work into that. And that entire tunnel is still unfinished. That goes to my sugarcane farm. And then this entire farm isn't finished. That's my creeper farm, where I get my gunpowder and fireworks and TNT from. And some areas are finished. This is that skeleton farm, like double spawner skeleton farm that I built. Though I still have yet to upgrade the the shulker box loaders, though. So, like this. Oh, and then there's also there's the Nether base, which like this area is mostly finished, but we go down there. There's still that entire tunnel, which goes to my AFK Nether wart farm, which still has to be built. And then up through here, the elevator to my gold farm is finished up to that point. And then up here, it's just, it's not, still not finished yet. And, yeah. Okay, and then... Oh, and as you can tell by my experience level, I have been doing a lot of AFKing up here. And apparently there's still aggro, so we're gonna have to be careful. And, I've also done a change to, I've also done a change to this farm to also collect mob heads, which, at least for a brief shining moment, allowed me to collect these Aurora zombified piglins heads. But then Nin actually nerfed the head plugins so that those no longer drop from entity cramming damage, which is kind of unfortunate for my farm, but I guess had to be done in order to balance, kind of keep things balanced, especially for especially for the summer camp headhunting competition. And I've had to add a lever to, like, shut off this entire thing, which is for sorting like the potions and water bottles and enchanted books out from the rest of the items, because this thing does not handle, like as you can see, like it's, of course it's backed up right now. It keeps, I don't know what the deal with it is, but it's, whenever there's a lot of items going into it at once, it's like this, for whatever reason, that causes one of these filler items to go out of this item filter, and then an item can get stuck in there, and then if a different item tries to come in, that creates a backlog. And probably for several hours, maybe even a whole day of AFKing, I didn't realize that my item sorter for my bartering farm was completely backlogged with items up to the hopper that collects the items that the piglins drop for the bartering. So for a while, I was wondering why I was not collecting any nether quartz. Then I looked in the hoppers, and I'm like, well, there's your problem. So I had to fix that. And I've had to add this, which is basically, what this does is when the lever's in this position, all those items that would normally go into here would just go into that lava dispenser. But if it's like in that position, then the items can flow into here as they normally would. but I normally leave it and just always trashing them because of that issue, or sometimes that sorter can break, which only really becomes an issue when the sorter becomes backed up. But this happens so often that I've just had to add that lever in there, or otherwise I would have to keep fixing this thing. I'd have to keep tending to this thing like every few hours, and then just literally empty all these chests and then just throw the items over the edge just to get rid of them. And at least one thing's for certain, I'd say I have already probably a several months, if not years, supply of gravel already, which is nice. Of course, I'm always using that for white concrete, which is seems to be my main block of choice for building. And there still is a bit more to come. I still have a bit more to come for this nether base, at least when it comes to more farms to add to it. For one farm, I'm actually kind of thinking about building soon is that's a froglight farm. Which actually, if I think a couple of skaters have built them already on Midgard, so it seems like it is actually a farm that will be possible to build on Midgard, which is kind of nice. Though those Skade gaming as a whole has kind of really around, especially around July, it seems to have really kind of become very more active as far as a lot as far as events and things that are just in general going on Skade. And it's kind of a bit of an interesting change for me because I'm used to the summertime kind of being I'm kind of used to the summertime kind of being a bit more I kind of used to there being less stuff going on. And for me, it's just kind of a time where I just relax, and especially around my birthday, just kind of relax and just kind of do whatever things kind of bring me joy and kind of keep me relaxed. Though, and also with with my friend Lucario actually doing summer holidays, usually around my birth month. This kind of made things a bit interesting, because it just so happens that always in the month of July, they Lucario, they other and their family always seem to go on some kind of like summer holiday vacation kind of thing. And for a long time, knowing Lucario, I thought it was just something their family, like a tradition of that their family does. But getting to know the other Norwegian skaters, I've kind of come to realize it's an entire, it's a whole nationwide tradition that Norway does. It's like literally the whole country, like around, I think it's around maybe like June through September, I think, where basically the whole country just basically shuts down and everybody just goes on summer holiday kind of in between, kind of around those months. And because Lucario's just came back from summer holiday, and Ragnar is gonna be going on summer holiday a few, like, probably in a week, maybe a week and a half from today. And I think Telly, I think they were just on summer holiday as well. Which is, it's for me, for me as an American, that just seems bonkers. Just because, just the whole idea of having a nationwide summer holiday just seems crazy. It's just because that entire concept is just like, it just seems alien to us, because it's like, because in America, we don't think about that. It's just we want to maximize. We just want to maximize like the amount of like profits and like all, and it's just, we're very like business driven, and like our economy is very business driven, and and it's like just it's like at best we maybe like get a week holiday, like we maybe get a few days of a break if we of a holiday break if we're even lucky. And it's it's only really the wealthiest here that can even like afford to actually like go like physically go on vacation, as in leave their hometown to a place like Hawaii or the Bahamas, or whatever destination you want to go to for holiday. And well, getting off that tangent, it's kind of an interesting time that's kind of unfolding here on Skade. There's the between the summer camp, head collecting competition, and the skate life hunt, which has been going on since the beginning of this month. And as I believe we're about halfway through how long it's going to be hosted for, and we already had we already had another capture the flag event, and there's even more of them planned. And we also had our first mob fight on Midgard in months, several months. And it's just a lot of cool stuff going on. And also the sidewalk Saturdays for the mall as well. And though for me, this is kind of an interesting kind of an interesting time to be around Skade, because it's like I can't really be participating in all those different things at once, and it's like, because I'm not really putting as much hours like on Minecraft as I used to be, like with me becoming addicted to other games like Kerbal Space Program. And so it's like I kind of have to kind of choose what thing I want to participate in. And I think right now I'm just kind of largely just still playing on Skade as I on Midgard as I usually do, though I did have a spur of the moment decision to actually join in the Life Hunt mini game, because Void was just because Void was around for the start of it. And with me and Void kind of being friends since the old server, and we kind of like we kind of have played we played Hitman in the past on the old server, and we also used to go on to the Hypixel Bed Wars, and we also did a few just like we'd go, like me and Void just would go to the PvP arena on Midgard and just kind of practice. We just kind of practice killing each other. And so it's just, for me, like it's just kind of for what I think about like playing Life Hunt. It's definitely a very different Minecraft experience than what I'm used to. Like, for one thing, I don't like how I'm playing on Midgard is I'm basically at endgame. Like, I got full netherite armor, like an elytra with mending, and all these and all and like probably and like a lot of these different farms to provide me like with the luxury of a food source that never runs out, and a and also beacons are easily accessible, and like I don't even like and it's like I have such, because I have the best gear you can get. Like, nothing really no monster in the game, barring the Warden, really is a threat to me. And pretty much like I can, and it's like I've gone and I've been able to go months without dying, pretty much. Like, the only real time, like the only times I really have the only times I die on Midgard is during mob fights, and rarely during exploring, or if I mess up, like say I'm using my elytra like inside of my portal room like a maniac, and just slam too hard into a wall and die. I mean, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen to me very often, but sometimes it does. But it even happens even to the best of Minecraft players. No Minecraft player is perfect. But, well, for one, on Life Hunt, I don't have all the luxuries I'm used to on having on Midgard, because, well, you're starting off in a brand new world. You you have to, you want food, you gotta go kill a cow. You want armor, you better, gotta go mining. And if you want enchantments, you better get XP and be lucky with the enchantment table, or go to the lengths of getting a villager breeder set up. And then on top of that, there's the rules are different on life hunts. Well, the whole well why it's called life hunt is if you die, you permanently lose one heart. And it's like and that in your hearts drop as an item that like other players can steal. And also player bases are raidable. Like griefing is allowed, but uh all the usual, but the rules like but many of the other Skade rules do apply still. And so so kind of for me, like it's just, well, for me, like kind of to participate in life hunt, I'm kind of just, it's like part of me wants to do it. Like part of me actually really wants to play, but part of me is also scared of I end up in it. I'm just like ending up in a impossible situation, and like where like I just end up in a PvP battle with somebody who's like better at PvP than me, and has better gear than me, and I have no chance. And like and then it's like if I die, I have to get I lose all my stuff, and I have to, well, if I die to somebody else, good luck getting my stuff back, because guess what they're gonna probably do? They're gonna steal my items. So there's that. And so I mean I'm going into it, I don't have the expectation that I'm gonna win, but even then I'm facing this mental battle where I'm constantly afraid that someone's gonna raid my base, or someone's gonna come kill me when I least expect it. And like and it's just and it's like where a lot of skaters enjoy the chaotic aspect of such game modes. Like I just don't enjoy that. It's just like I like knowing what's going on and being able to predict like what the enemy's gonna do next, and then and so I can actually do something about it. Like I don't like uh it's like I don't like the whole feeling of just chaos and not knowing what the hell's going on and what to, because then I don't know, then I'm powerless. It's like I'm just along for the ride, and there's like nothing as a player can do about it. Like I don't know. That's just me. So though I really haven't been that active on Life Hunt, just purely because of my purely because of that project I've been doing where I've just been having to do like literal days of AFKing just to fill up the items in that and that auto crafting machine, and also and I'm also still making videos for my Kerbal Space Program series. So it's like in between that, all the AFKing I've been doing, and also some stuff. It's like some new projects I'm gonna do in preparation for the next update of on Midgard. Yes, Midgard is updating again soon. It's just kind of in between all those activities. I just haven't had much time to put into Life Hunt, and it's just like half the time I'm scared to even log on because I'm afraid that I'm just gonna end up uh like revealing revealing me and my teammates' base location, or fucking up in some other way that just detrimentally affects us. And it's just like I just a lot of the time I'm just too afraid to play. And then what's not helping things is Void actually had to leave early because, well, Void basically plays on Skade like on this really weird routine where they log on for like 2 months out of the entire year, and the rest of the year they just disappear. And then if that wasn't enough, and if that isn't gonna make my situation on Life Hunt harder, and so that means for the final week of Life Hunt, I'm gonna be alone basically. So we'll just see how that goes. And I haven't actually been doing any recording because I've been told by Void to not really upload anything until Life Hunt is over because it could leak base coordinates. And like, well, just because I've had other things going on, I just haven't bothered to record anything for Life Hunt. And it's also just because I kind of largely don't care much about it. Like, joining it was just largely a spur of the moment thing for me, and it's like a lot of the time I'm questioning why I'm even playing it, because like if I'm just gonna be afraid of the whole aspect if I'm just gonna be afraid of PvP the entire time, it's like, then why play it? You know, just play on a server like Midgard where there's no, like, griefing isn't allowed, and I already have I already have like 6 years worth of infrastructure built up to make my life that much easier actually playing the game. But I don't know, I might record at least like my final moments, I guess, of me being in Life Hunt before I like ultimately lose. I'm guessing to one of the more professional players that are involved in the game. But I guess we'll see. But with that out of the way, I guess let's get on to the update for Midgard. And I forget what version we're going to be upgrading to updating to, but I know for one thing, it's going to be the version that, or after the version that has the new pale oak wood in it. And the reason I'm excited for that is that Endbase project that I've just backburnered for the past year and a half, or probably close to 2 years at this point. I actually plan on using the pale oak wood actually as a substitute for nether quartz in that build. And I know the past couple of days I've been looking for a design for a farm to allow me to farm the pale oak wood. And I guess I could just talk about it here, but let's actually go go to the world where I'm actually building it. So give me a moment. Okay, so here's the tree farm. This is actually, and so this is not a farm really that I designed. This is I believe it's by Purplers. And I think this is actually a fairly old design that actually originally used a wither cage. Actually, they had a wither that was constantly being aggroed by a villager, and it would just constantly try to shoot at the villager, and while doing so, it would break any blocks that enter the chamber. But I actually wanted to modify this design to, in order to work with cubic meters blast chamber design, which I have down here. And it's pretty well, this isn't the first design that I considered. Maybe this is actually the first design I was going to use. And I believe this one is by El Mango originally. And so... But the thing about this design is it only harvests the bottom 3 blocks of the tree trunk, which means the rates aren't going to be very, very good, especially when I have to slow the farm down in order to actually make it work with the blast chamber. Because I believe originally this farm was designed to work with a wither cage as well. And this kind of brings up a bit of a... I guess a bit of a thing for me to bitch about. So it just seems like the whole Minecraft community, at least in terms of as far as building tree farms, it seems like most of the Minecraft community these days has gravitated towards the designs that rely on TNT duping. And in fact, if I were to go search for so when I first searched for a dark oak tree farm design on YouTube, the very first results I got, it's like there are these designs that have been simplified down so much that they don't even bother with this leaf crusher arrangement anymore. It's just basically just a dispenser, or I would think in most designs a TNT duper that just drops TNT whenever a tree is grown, and like they don't even like. It's literally the whole farm. It's just like uh like the whole farm is just literally a bed of hoppers or like a water collection pool like this. And then a TNT dropper above it, which basically like whenever a tree is grown, it drops TNT on it to break it, so all the stuff can be harvested. Which, on one hand, I think actually is pretty cool. Like that the technical Minecraft community has been able to simplify these farms down from like even something like this, which is even although quite large and bulky, it's still uh like I was like the very like I remember, I think the very first automated tree farm design I've ever seen was I believe it was called the Tree Eater, which was by Cubic Hamster or Cube Hamster, which has to have been like from, I don't remember what Minecraft update that was, but probably, or Minecraft version that was, but probably had to have been back in 2011 to around 2012, which it's just, I mean, to think that that's over 10 years ago kind of makes me feel really old. But like, that was the first tree farm, like fully automated tree farm that I've ever seen, and it was like I think it was like even bigger than this tree farm is, and then I've seen over the next few years other YouTubers have come up with new tree farm designs that are smaller and more compact, especially like as things like slime blocks and observers and honey blocks were added to the game, and we're able to make even more compact tree farms, like to the point of like I believe this is my universal tree farm that I'm using on Midgard right now, and like this is literally like this here is the entire like tree growing chamber. Like it's down to like this now, which I find is pretty insane. Kind of just seeing where tree farms like used to be. But this next evolution of tree farms now that just use TNT duping, I'm just not so crazy about them, because it's literally like, well, for one thing, a TNT duplication is an exploit, which has been in the game for probably like 10 years at this point, or close to 10 years, which, I mean, I don't blame the Minecraft community for leaning into using it, because it's like it's been so many updates and Mojang hasn't even like entertained the idea of patching it yet. And like, so I can't blame the Redstone community for leaning into that for tree farms these days, but it's just like, it's just very frustrating to me as somebody who plays on a Minecraft server that doesn't allow TNT duping, because it's like, it's kind of a slap in the face, because it means like I can't use like 50% of tree farm designs that are around now. It's like I can't use on Midgard. Well, I can use them technically. Like there's nothing that says, like there's no rule that says I can't just replace the TNT duper with a TNT dispenser, so it just drops TNT out of a dispenser like how the game is supposed to work. But a lot of those designs are like, I've seen a lot of those tree farm designs that are literally like, whenever the farm is switched on, that TNT duper constantly runs. Like it's not even like wired that like it drops TNT whenever the tree grows. It's just whenever the farm is on, it's just spam dropping TNT. And which means to modify that design to use a TNT dispenser, it would be constantly wasting TNT whenever it's turned on. But, well, I guess it's not too difficult to just wire it so that like it will only drop TNT whenever a tree grows and is harvested. And I guess it's just not too difficult to just live with, though. Whenever a tree grows, it uses a TNT to harvest the wood. But like, if I were using this tree farm here, and if like it has to use one TNT every time it harvests a tree. That's rather wasteful, especially when you have a machine like this, which actually can make much more efficient use of TNT and can harvest 240 blocks of wood with every TNT that it uses. And well, the whole point of this soapbox thing is just that it's just I'm just frustrated that like this is the state of the technical like redstone community now, that like everyone's using the TNT duping glitch now, and I can't use it even if I wanted to, because Midgard doesn't allow it. And I've even brought it up to the Valkyries a few times. Can we enable TNT duping? And they're like, no. Well, I'm being a little dramatic there. They never wavered. They never said that. They're just like, well, that sounds too cheaty. We can't do that. Sorry. So that's just left me in this weird, like, that just left me in this area where, like, I have to, like, if I want to build a tree farm, I have to, like, I'm kind of forced into this paradigm where I have to, every single tree farm that I want to build, I have to find a way to modify it to make it work with this blast chamber. Because, well, if I want a TNT powered farm, it's like I have to either make it work with this thing so that, well, it doesn't it's not wasting TNT, or I'm just gonna have to live with a tree farm that like wastes one TNT for every single tree that it grows. And I'm just gonna have to live with that, which kind of sucks, because I've been kind of eyeing a tree farm design that actually grows the mangrove and cherry saplings, but I just cannot for the life of me find a design that works like this, where it crushes the leaves and then harvests the logs into a block stream like this. And the only tree, like, and I even found a tree farm, like there's a tree farm design that does both cherry and mangrove in one farm, but it's it's for bedrock only, which is really annoying. Because, well, if I want to have a tree farm for every type of wood that uses a blast chamber on Midgard, if I submit a farm that's like 3 tree farms put together in one farm, the farm team's not going to approve that. They're going to be like, sorry, Dusty, you're going to have to, you can't have that. You have to build 3 separate tree farms in 3 separate areas. And that's just unfortunately the way I have to do things. And already, like, as it stands, I have 2 different tree farms on Midgard. And this 3rd tree farm I'm gonna build actually does dark oak and pale oak all in one farm, which is very nice. But if I want to if I want to be able to auto farm the cherry and the mangrove trees, I'm probably gonna have to try design my own tree farm, or I'm gonna have to build 2 separate tree farms just for those individual wood types, which would be really annoying, but I don't really know if I have many other options at this point. Oh, and so the reason I've actually chose this tree farm design is because it has better rates than the other tree farm does. Oh, I don't know why it went off on its own. I guess there were saplings in it already. But anyway, I actually tested this tree farm as it is right now in the latest Minecraft version, or I think it's like in 1.21.8, and I'm actually pleased to report that it works flawlessly with the pale oak saplings. So once I get around to submitting this and building this on Midgard, I'm gonna have a tree farm that does both dark oak and pale oak's wood, which will be pretty awesome. And also awesome for my shop as well. But as far as the mangrove and cherry woods, unless I can find some dual design that does both of them that works on Java, or if I can design one like that works on Java, I might just have to either build 2, like a separate tree farm with blast chamber for cherry and another separate one for mangrove, or I may just have to go with one of those trendy like TNT duping power designs that also have done away with the leaf crushing system And I guess I'm just gonna have to use a TNT dispenser and just kind of only use that farm for wood, for wood types that I'm not gonna farm that often, which are not options I particularly would like, but I think those are probably going to be my only options at this point. Well, I guess before I switch back over to Midgard, I guess I can show you the way this farm operates. So basically, you just sit in this minecart, and then you can just spam saplings in there, and then the farm will harvest the wood. And then I have each of these vertical block conveyors going off in sequence, and then all that wood is just going into the blast chamber here, where then they'll get harvested and eventually go into a sorting system that I will eventually include as part of this farm. And that command block is just there for testing purposes, so I can just simulate me placing saplings in here, and while I fly around over here, kind of seeing the farm actually do its thing, and also so I can do tick warp testing to actually verify the farm is reliable, and also to find the item rates of the farm, which I am kind of shooting for the maximum that a single hopper can handle, which I think is like around 9,000 items per hour, and I've found this farm does just shy of 7,000 items per hour, which is actually faster than my universal tree farm, which is, I mean, if I can't eke much more out of this, that's good enough for me. If I wanted to make this thing twice as fast, I could actually have each of these go to its own blast chamber. And so then, like, the wood harvesting would take half as long, but I don't know if that would pass the farm team or not. So I'm just gonna go for this. But well, if this farm ends up being faster than my universal tree farm, I might end up actually using this for my bulk, like, wood farming, like for like crafting like chests and hoppers I'm gonna be selling in my shop. So that'll be quite nice. Oh, I guess I don't really have much else to really show off on Midgard. I don't really have any other projects ongoing at the moment, but I guess I can end this video off with like so like I don't want to, like, if any, I guess for the few who have made it this far through my video, I don't intend to offend anyone or start like arguments, but it's like, I feel like it's whenever I like post about me like on Midgard, like me using farms to get like my resources for my shop, there's this group of skaters that's always like, why don't you go mining, or why don't you just why don't you just go mining instead, or blah blah blah. And it's like, it's, for me personally, I don't really enjoy, like if I had, like, I mean, once in a while I'd enjoy maybe going on a little bit of caving, going a bit exploring, and kind of just mine every ore I see in the cave. And like, maybe occasionally I might do, I might, if I might stumble across a really awesome looking mine shaft or a really awesome looking cave, and I might, or I don't know, maybe I might find a trial chamber while caving, which would be pretty fun. But it's just, for me, like, if I were to use caving and mining as my sole source of like redstone for my shop, after like, maybe the first few hours might be quite fun, but after, if I were to, by after a few hours, it would get kind of, I feel like it would get kind of monotonous for me, and it would just like, and also that requires me to actively play the game in order just to get like items, just to keep a shop going. And while a lot of skaters do that, and I mean, and if you do that and you're happy, all the power to you. But for me, I just don't really enjoy like spending hours, like literally every, like, spending, like, if I were to spend 3 hours every night, like going to a desert just to get sand, because I'm selling glass in my shop, like just to get sand to replenish my shop or whatever. And like, I just don't really enjoy that much, because that requires me to actively play the game, and then I have to actively like, also if I'm going caving, I have to actively avoid mobs, and I have to actively deal with mobs as I'm mining, which is really kind of gets annoying. And for me, and it's just, whenever there's an option to just have a farm that just produces, like say, like a farm that produces redstone, and you can just AFK for redstone instead of having to mine it, that's very attractive to me, because then that's something I can just have that going in the background while I say I'm playing, either maybe I'm playing on a different instance of Minecraft, or I'm playing a different game, or I could be watching YouTube videos, or I could even be doing IRL things while I AFK farm redstone. That just, that just seems like very, like very attractive to me, and it's just kind of how I've just kind of leaned into that for kind of just the way I accomplish a lot of things in this game. And a lot of people, I hear some people don't like that, particularly like doing that. Like, some people actually really enjoy actively playing the game to get just to get resources. Like, and it's, if you find fun doing that, no matter how, no matter if it's, you have to do it for maybe 30 minutes, or if you have to do it for 10 hours, or even like a whole week of just resource gathering, all the power to you. But I prefer to use I prefer to I prefer the I prefer to use farms wherever possible. That's just me. And well, this the whole beauty of having a sandbox game is you can play that game however you please. And the only wrong way of playing the game is whatever way, like, you find the least fun. Which is kind of the beauty of Minecraft to me. It's like that you can there's many different ways you can go about doing the same thing. And like farming, like using farms is my play style, and well, if you don't like that, then you don't have to do that. If you enjoy like going out in the world and gathering items and going mining to get redstone and stuff, all the power to you. It's just I enjoy using farms wherever possible, and that's just me. But I don't really have. I could ramble on for probably another hour, but I don't really have much else to. I've pretty much gone over everything or what this video is going to be about, which is just kind of what I've been up to on Midgard as of lately, and well, if you like to, this has been me, Dusty Circuit here, just to give another update as to what I've been up to on Midgard. If you liked what you saw, remember to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to see my next video, just hit the bell for notifications. And peace out. Bye.